That's reality. And in small companies, sometimes we take that too much to heart and say, well, there's no point doing the planning. And so these 4 steps, once you hear them, you're going to know, okay, we can definitely do these. So again, rocket ship metaphor. So think about it this way. You need a target. Actually, you need a number of targets, but you need to know where you're aiming. Specifically, what customer are you aiming for, what industry that customer is in. And when I say customer, and for those of you who've listened to me before, you know I'm not just talking about aerospace manufacturers or something like that, or law firms. Get more specific, like who at that law firm do you need to connect with? Is it a general manager? Is it a practice manager? Is it the senior partner? Depending what you sell, that could really matter. If you're in manufacturing, are you selling to trying to get the attention of the chief engineer? Or is this going through procurement because you sell a real commodity product in volume, for example? So targets is really agreeing on who we sell to, and then you describe that by industry and so on. But there's other targets you need to have when you're planning your launch. It's not enough to get there, but you also want to know, for example, what kind of margins are you aiming for? Do you have a corporate margin goal? It doesn't mean everything you sell can hit that margin goal, because I've seen that done. And all that happens is just a lot of things you could have sold for a decent margin that you cannot sell at all because you're trying to get the same margin you might get for, let's say, your professional services. So just having company-wide edicts on margin is foolish. You have to match every product category that you sell to the market that you're in. But certainly, I would strongly recommend being in an area where you could add value to sustain a better than average margin for what you do, especially if you're a small company where you have an opportunity to add value in different ways in the service dimension. We'll talk about that later. But for now, what are your targets? Do you have a market share target? Do you have a top line revenue target? Do you have a unit sold target? Define your targets in ways that are relevant to you, and very importantly, that you can track.